guys, Camille here from Cammie's Cafe, and today I'm going to show you what I have for my current breakfast. So I am doing pretty anti-inflammatory diet as the flu season is among us, and we are trying to do our best to keep our bodies healthy and ready to handle whatever life throws at us. So today we are going to be doing a gluten-free, dairy-free, anti-inflammatory breakfast using the air fryer and then cooking some veggies on the stovetop, giving a little bit of a saute there. So let's get started with throwing the bacon in the air fryer. So today I am using Appleton Farms Gourmet Thick Slice Applewood Smoked Bacon. This is a little bit more of the pricey bacon than what they sell at Aldi, but I find that the price is worth it. It is a really good thick cut, and I really like the flavor that it gives. So I'm just going to do one piece of bacon in the air fryer. I'm going to put it at 400 degrees for about 5 minutes. Perfect. So while I got that going, I'm going to get started prepping my veggies. So for this one, I'm going to have mushrooms, peppers, and onions, and ham. Let me grab an onion quick out of my produce bag. And then I have some ham here as well. So for this, I'm going to grab my pan. We're going to do a nice big pan for saute. We're going to kind of make an omelet mix here that we're going to put either on a wrap, on a piece of bread, or I'm just going to eat it as is alongside of my oatmeal. So let's get started here. Get the pan nice and warm. Rinse off a couple of peppers. I'm only going to do 2 peppers. I did 3 last time, and it was a gigantic meal. So I'm just cooking for myself today, so just going to give my peppers a quick rinse. I like to use food scissors when I cut my food, so I just literally snip off the end of these sweet bell peppers, put a little bit of grapeseed oil here in the pan. Apparently you're not supposed to heat up olive oil, so that's why I use grapeseed oil. And it has a good high smoke point, so it doesn't get my house all smoky. So for these, I love getting these mini sweet peppers instead of the regular peppers because I can just have in 1 or 2 of these at a time, and I don't have to get out a cutting board and prep a whole lot. Literally can just snip off the ends, and the seeds are all kept right up at the top, so it's really not too bad. They're about the same price point as the regular bell peppers. I haven't done it ounce per ounce, but I just really like the convenience of being able to just pick 1 or 2 and throw them in there and get a little bit of each color without having to cut up all of them. So there's that. I'm going to do 1 mushroom. You definitely want to make sure you wash off your mushrooms when you get them. They got a lot of nature's goodies wrapped up on them. So here, I'm just going to slice this up. Again, you could use scissors. I like to do a lot of my cooking with scissors. I find it's really easy. Just fast and easy. But whatever makes life easiest for you. Sprinkle those in there, and then last but not least, onions. You've heard me a million times give you my onion secrets. Cut off the end that looks like a root. Leave the tip on for last. That's apparently where all of the crying juices are held. I cut off the end. Run 1 slice down the side and peel back that top layer. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite ways to compost are. We live here in the city, and we haven't found out the composting program that our local city provides, so that's on my list of to-dos for today. But we are, in the past, last year we kept all of our compost in a bag outside of our door, and we saved so much on our garbage. I could not believe it. So using bio waste instead of filling up our landfills is something that I'm going to put a focus on in the next year. Okay, so now let me grab a garlic clove. Again, looking for anti-inflammatory. You could also throw garlic cloves in the air fryer. They cook up really well. They turn nice and soft. They don't have that harsh bitterness that you see when you have undercooked garlic. So I just peel a piece of garlic. I'm just going to do a rough chop. You want to wait to throw garlic in until you're towards the end of cooking because garlic cooks much faster than everything else. So I wait until my garlic, onions, and mushrooms have broken down a little bit before I add my garlic. So I'm just going to salt this, give it a little stir, and just let that simmer here while I prep my ham. So we bought a ham for the apocalypse, basically. It's really affordable meat, so we wanted to have a bunch on hand in case the grocery stores got crazy. So we are slowly sifting through some of our ham that we bought. We froze half of it into week servings. So because I knew we were going to get sick of ham really fast, so I made sure to put 7 slabs of ham, a week's worth of ham in one bag, and then we used a week's worth of ham in our daily routine, and then we put the leftovers in a bag like this that I can use for breakfast or just here and there whenever I want throughout the week. So we'll toss the ham and garlic in around the same time, but I'm going to get started on the oatmeal. Let me just wash my hands quick. Also, talking about making it easier for yourself to measure, keeping my measuring cups and spoons on a little hook on the side of my fridge has been so convenient. It makes it so much easier for me to just measure my foods instead of just eyeballing it. I'm a big fan of using the food scale when your weight loss goals are more intense or serious so that you can control a little bit easier. But for me and where I'm at, it just helps to have a nice even scoop and to move on with my life as I'm not training for a competition or anything. These are loosening up nicely. We got 4 minutes left on the bacon. The air fryer does take a while to preheat. Your air fryer temperatures may differ. Mine includes a warm-up preheat time, so that's not included in the countdown time, so 5 minutes for bacon. It may actually finish before then, especially since there's only one slice. Okay, back to the oatmeal. We're going to put enough water in there so that the oats are just slightly swimming. Throw that in the microwave for a minute. And I'm going to start my water. So I already had my morning coffee this morning before my client check-in, so I'm not going to have any more caffeine, but I am going to have a anti-inflammatory tea drink right now. So I'm having some ginger tea, 100% ginger root. So ginger is a very anti-inflammatory food in nature, so I'm going to have that alongside my... and then inside of that tea, I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of this raw honey with turmeric and ginger. So this is definitely going to be a spicy beverage, but I think it's going to be a nice addition to my breakfast. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that water on, and I'm going to put the tea bag in and let that start steeping. Perfect. I'm going to toss in my garlic and ham here. Now that my vegetables are starting to break down a little bit, I'm going to add in a little bit of extra oil just to keep the pan nice and loose. You don't have to if this doesn't fit in your macros. That smells good. I'm going to turn that down a little bit, let those simmer. So instead of having this ginger tea, you could also have kombucha, which is something that I have on a daily basis as well, for the probiotic benefits, as well as I just like the taste, and it does have a little bit of caffeine, which I do enjoy. So for today, I'll be using these free-range large grade A brown eggs from Aldi. They're about $2.79, and I found that this is the best quality of egg for the price that I can get for the convenience of not having to go to a direct buyer. I love getting farm fresh eggs when I can, but at the end of the day, the egg lady that I use, she went out of business, so I'm no longer able to get my eggs up in Dayton, and I haven't found a new egg dealer that I feel comfortable with yet. That's convenient for me, so it's just easier for me to grab some eggs while I'm already at the store getting the rest of what I need for the week. So I have been enjoying this for the price point. I think the egg yolk qualities are a lot better than just the normal eggs that you can buy. I do notice a difference in that. So we're gonna add, I'm gonna do 3 eggs. I think this breakfast is getting quite a bit bigger than I imagined, so we'll see what we got here. I'll do 3 eggs. I can always save any leftovers for later today. Sounds like my bacon is done. Let me go check that. Do a little S&P here. Oh yeah, she done. Bacon done. Oh, oatmeal. These eggs are almost done here. I'm just gonna wrap up my oatmeal. For oatmeal, I'm gonna scrape the bottom of this creamy peanut butter organic. I'm just gonna use whatever's left in here. This tiny little spatula has bought and paid for itself a long time ago. I got this when I was very first dating Sean, and we picked it out when we were at Walmart together. We have always loved going shopping together. Alright, so this is how much peanut butter I'm going to use. Just put that straight into my oatmeal. Woo! Okay. Alright, pull these. I'm going to put my tablespoon of raw honey, turmeric, and ginger here. This stuff is strong on its own, and they recommend to eat it like straight out of the thing here, or like put it on bread. It is awful on bread, but it actually, when it's dissolved in hot water, is actually really good. It definitely does have some of that ginger bite to it, but that's something at this point that I do enjoy. So I'm just going to let that dissolve in my tea. Put that back there. And I'm going to top my oatmeal. I always like to have something crunchy inside my oatmeal. And since I am looking to gain weight right now, I'm going to go for a higher calorie breakfast than I normally would. So into my oatmeal, I am also going to add some nuts, seeds, and raisins trail mix. So to add a little bit of extra crunch for me there. Perfect. I am going to add some cinnamon to my oatmeal as well. breakfast. This is what I have on a daily basis. It took me 15 minutes from start to finish, and that's walking you guys through it too. So if you do have 15 minutes to spare, you will be setting yourself up for success by eating a breakfast that is anti-inflammatory, high in protein, high in fats to help curb those hungers, help to curb that hunger throughout the day. And you can really take this breakfast and modify it to meet your nutritional needs, whichever way you want to go, but it does have a lot of the basics started there for you. So a lot of good benefits coming right out of the gates to start your day. So hopefully this video is inspiring to you to help create your breakfast. I have some variation of this breakfast pretty much every day. Sometimes I will put it on a, never mind, it's all good. Hopefully this helps you guys, and thanks for watching as always, and I will see you guys next time.